Hi, xin chào tất cả mọi người, mình là Vân. Ở video này mình sẽ giới thiệu cho mọi người về cách đặt câu phản xạ trong bài Day of the Dead. Mình sẽ làm đoạn 3 và đoạn 4 nhé. Mình sẽ...
Was I curious about this holiday?
Yes, I were curious about this holiday.
Yes, I was curious about this holiday. Which holiday was I curious about?
Yeah, the Day of the Dead. I were curious about the Day of the Dead, so I walked through the cemetery.
Yeah, the Day of the Dead. I was curious about the Day of the Dead. So I walked through the cemetery. There was also color in the sky because many kids were flying kites. Where was the color?
In the sky. That's right.
In the sky, that's right, in the sky. Why was there color in the sky?
Because kids were flying kites. The kites, they were color in the sky because kids were flying kites.
Because kids were flying kites. The kites. There was color in the sky because kids were flying kites. Who were flying kites?
Kids were flying kites.
Kids were flying kites. Was the sky colorful or was the sky gray?
The sky were colorful.
The sky was colorful. What was colorful?
The sky were colorful.
The sky, right? The sky was colorful. Why was the sky colorful?
Because kids were flying kites.
Because kids were flying kites. What were the kids flying?
Kites. That's right. The kids were flying kites.
Kites, that's right. The kids were flying kites. Where were they flying kites?
In the cemetery. The kids were flying kites in the cemetery.
In the cemetery. The kids were flying kites in the cemetery. Who was flying kites in the cemetery?
Kids, children. Kids were flying kites in the cemetery.
Kids, right. Children. Kids were flying kites in the cemetery. Some families were having a picnic next to the graves. We, in the United States, don't do this. So some families were having a picnic next to the graves. They ate, they drank, and they chatted together. Did they eat?
Yes, they ate.
Yes, they ate. Who ate? Families, right? Of course, families ate. What did they eat?
They ate watermelon fruit. Fruit from Guatemala. The families ate watermelon fruit.
They ate Guatemalan food. Food from Guatemala. The families ate Guatemalan food. Did they eat American food?
No, they didn't eat American fruit. They ate watermelon fruit.
No, they didn't eat American food. They ate Guatemalan food. Where did they eat Guatemalan food?
In the cemetery. They ate fruit in the cemetery. They ate watermelon fruit in the cemetery. They also drank in the cemetery.
In the cemetery, right? They ate food in the cemetery. They ate Guatemalan food in the cemetery. They also drank in the cemetery. Did they drink water in the cemetery?
No, no.
No. What did they drink in the cemetery?
They drank beer.
They drank beer. Who drank beer?
The families drank beer.
The families drank beer. What did they eat?
Watermelon fruit. They ate watermelon fruit and drank beer.
Guatemalan food. They ate Guatemalan food and drank beer. Did they drink beer or did they drink water?
They drank beer.
They drank beer. Where did they drink beer?
They drank beer in the cemetery.
They drank beer in the cemetery. When did they drink beer?
On November 1st, the day of the dead, they drank beer.
On November 1st, the Day of the Dead, they drank beer. When did they eat?
They ate on November 1st, the day of the dead.
They ate on November 1st, the Day of the Dead. Did they chat together?
Yes, they chatted together.
Yes, they chatted together. Who chatted together?
The families, of course, the families chatted together.
The families, of course, the families chatted together. When did they chat together?
Yes, November 1st, the day of the dead. And people laughed and smiled. In the United States, cemeteries are always somber.
Yes, November 1st, the Day of the Dead. People laughed and smiled. In the United States, cemeteries are always somber. Are cemeteries happy in the United States?
No, no, no. Never cemeteries are the happy in the United States. Cemeteries are always somber, sad, and serious.
No, never. Cemeteries aren't happy in the United States. Cemeteries are always somber, sad, and serious. Are cemeteries serious in the United States?
Yes, yes, they are. In the United States, cemeteries are always somber. They are always serious.
Yes, they are. In the United States, cemeteries are always somber. They are always serious. In the United States, are cemeteries somber or are cemeteries happy?
Somber. Cemeteries are always somber in the United States.
Somber. Right? Cemeteries are always somber in the United States. Was the cemetery somber in Guatemala?
No, no. It wasn't summer in Guatemala. The cemetery wasn't summer in Guatemala. But in the United States, cemeteries are always summer.
No. It wasn't somber in Guatemala. The cemetery wasn't somber in Guatemala. But in the United States, cemeteries are always somber. Are cemeteries always somber in Guatemala or in the United States?
In the United States, cemeteries are always somber.
In the United States, cemeteries are always somber. Where are cemeteries always somber?
The United States. That's right. In the United States, cemeteries are always summer.
United States, that's right. In the United States, cemeteries are always somber. Are they happy?
No, no. There are always summer. Cemeteries in the United States are always summer, very, very summer.
No, no. They are always somber. Cemeteries in the United States are always somber. Very, very somber. We certainly never have festivals or parties next to graves. Do we have parties next to graves?
No, we don't have parties next to graves.
No, we don't. We don't have parties next to graves. Do we ever have parties next to graves?
No, we never have parties next to graves.
No, we never have parties next to graves. Do we ever have parties in restaurants?
Yes, yes, we have parties in restaurants, but we never have parties next to graves.
Yes, we have parties in restaurants. But we never have parties next to graves. Do we ever have parties in houses?
Yes, we do. We have parties in house, but we never have parties next to graves.
Yes, we do. We have parties in houses. But we never have parties next to graves. Do we ever have parties next to graves?
No, never. We never have parties to graves.
No, never. We never have parties next to graves. Where do we never have parties?
We never have parties next to graves.
Next to graves. We never have parties next to graves. Do we ever?
No, we never have parties next to graves. Not ever.
No, never. We never have parties next to graves. Not ever. Never. We don't laugh, or play music, or fly kites in cemeteries either. Do we laugh in cemeteries usually?
No, we don't laugh cemeteries.
No, we don't. We don't laugh in cemeteries. Where don't we laugh?
In cemeteries. That's right.
In cemeteries. That's right. Okay.